Hi guys, Master Ricardo here with Ambition Taekwondo. So we're getting close to that point. We're not quite ready yet, but we're getting close to where we want to open. We all want to make sure obviously that we stay safe. So today in this video we're going to demonstrate kind of what the new protocols are so that everyone has a clear understanding about what to do and how to do it. I hope this helps put to rest some of the fears and concerns that people have brought up. We worked very hard to come up with a solid, smart plan that's going to keep everyone healthy. So yeah, this is what it's going to look like when a student comes in. So Sunshine's in here, right? She's coming in. She's got her mask on that she brought from home. That way, if there's a special type where she needs comfortable, she doesn't like the normal mask, whatever, you guys can worry about that. Now that she's got it, she'll come in. Come on in, guys. Now, the first thing Sunshine's going to do is she's going to sanitize her hands and take off her shoes. While she's doing that, I'm going to point out that we will have two types of masks available. So we've got some like this, and we also have these thinner cloth ones that are a little more breathable. However, we encourage people to bring their own. We will have these on hand, just in case maybe somebody forgot their mask that day or things like this, because we will be requiring the mask throughout the classes. So she's got her sanitizer on. She's taking her shoes off. She'll come on this way. Okay, as you guys can see, we've got the lobby as normal, clean. We've removed all of the chairs and everything from our seating area. Basically because we're not going to allow people to come in and sit and congregate. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we continue. But she'll come through here. She's already got her uniform on, so she doesn't need to worry about going into the changing rooms. We're hoping that people will only use the restrooms only as needed in an emergency, if you really got to go to the restroom. But we want to limit the amount of time people spend in there to kind of keep the cleanliness up. So she's here, she bows in. The first thing she does is she takes those shoes with her, and she's going to bring them all the way this way. So let's just follow her along. She's going to come all the way to the other end of the room because that's going to be our entrance. This is going to be our exit, this door here. So as you can see, she's putting her shoes here. She's putting her shoes here. And then at the end of the class, she's going to be coming out of this door. Okay? So go read. So if you guys follow me, we're coming down this way. This is going to be kind of our layout for our classes. So we have all of the bags spaced out with our size to maintain the correct amount of space in between each class. We're going to be able to set up 6 stations at a time. Maybe later on down the line we will map actually what used to be the viewing area so that we can allow for 2 more, but some of that depends on what our availability is and really what we need for our students. Now you can see we have these marks here that we've put today for the video. We will have this marked out more substantially, but this is basically the 6 feet space in between each bag. So from this little white tape to the bag, there's 6 feet. You can see over here we have the same thing kind of in between each bag so that we know we're maintaining a proper distance between everything. That's kind of how we determine where the bags are going to be placed. If we come over here to what Sunshine's doing, so she's here, this is her station. You can see we've marked this one out a little bit more. When we actually open, we'll have full-on lines so that nobody has to guess. So she's here, we bow in, she'll start doing her kicks. Maybe we're working on sparring drills, right? So she's there, she's doing it, looks like this. Right, she's doing it, she's moving, she's making sure the bag's not getting super crazy out of the way. What I'm doing here, this is important, guys. These are some of the things that you can't get during the Zoom classes, right? So let's say she has trouble with a kick. She's doing a roundhouse, but she's not quite turning her foot over. Do the other leg so they can see. So now I can come in on this side and I can say, okay, Sunshine, make sure that when you're kicking, you're turning your bottom foot over like this. You can't really see that in a Zoom class. She can see that now, so she understands, she does the kick. Okay? So yeah, so what the other thing we can do is, correction-wise, right? Let's say she's working on basic 1 steps. So she's standing here in June B. Okay? This will be my social distancing punch. I'll come in, I'll stick it out, she steps out, she blocks, then she punches. This is going to allow her to keep working on this stuff, but with us maintaining a safe space so that we can continue to stay clean and not transfer any bugs. So when she's done with that, we'll come out, we'll bow. She'll take her sanitizer. We'll actually have sanitizing spray here. It's going to be just a bleach-based solution that we have. She'll do some sprays there. She's going to grab her towel. She'll have some towels here on the side waiting for her, and she'll wipe down all of the surface that she used, 100% all through the bag, top, bottom, sides, everything. When she's done with that, she's going to bring them over here to the waste basket. She's going to put them right through there. Then she's going to just walk right down the line here. All the students will be doing this. They'll come over here to the shoe racks. They'll grab their shoes. She'll put the shoes on the red mats over here. And then her parents will be waiting for her out there. So what she'll do is she'll just exit and she'll go out. Now, one of the big concerns we've had, people are saying, well, I don't feel comfortable not being able to watch my kid. Keep in mind, guys, it's not a question of not allowing you to watch. It's a question of making sure that we don't have cross-contamination, and the more people in the building congregating, breathing, moving around, the more chance there is of that. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to have our bay door open all of the time. So start to finish, weather permitting, we will have that bay door open. Okay? You can see right here, with the bay door open, parents can see everything that's going on. Same way as Sunshine's here, she can see what's going on. She's not in the building breathing, but also we have a nice good stream of clean air coming in and coming out so that everything stays safe. This also lets a lot more light in. I know in the summertime we do this anyway, and a lot of people really enjoy the extra light coming in. So that's how that's going to work, basically. Okay guys, so as you can see, there's going to be a lot more visibility. I think people were envisioning, you know, drop the kid off, leave, come back later, find out what happened kind of thing. Remember, we're just trying to contain the possibilities or the probabilities of people getting sick. You know, we want to be able to train, we want to be able to have the lessons that we're learning here. We want our students to continue to advance and progress and grow, but we got to make sure that we, you know, keep to our responsibility of making sure everybody's safe as well, which is part of where this is coming from. Now, a little bit more on the visibility. We will still have cameras streaming the class. It'll be streamed through Zoom, so we'll have just a generic login that people come in. And so when you come to class, let's say there's not a perfect spot where you can look in from the garage door, no big deal. Log on that class and you can see your kid a little closer probably, because that camera will be focused in a way that we can see everybody. So that's going to be the idea of that. Now, a couple other things that we need to talk about. So it's not just going to be that we can't let parents in. We're not going to be letting the siblings hang out. We're asking students to come in right maybe a minute or two before it's time, so they literally walk in, take their shoes off, and go straight to class. And then in between each class, we'll have 15 to 20 minutes of time to wipe all the stuff down, and then they get up. So the idea is the students that are done with one class will be gone out of the building before the next batch of students comes in. That way there's not any crossing or mixing, you know, people aren't bumping into each other, people aren't doing anything like that. Okay guys, so to that end, we're also going to make sure that we don't have the water fountain running. So we're asking people to bring in their own bottled water. That way they can get their drinks as they need, but they're not messing with other people's stuff, or they're not doing anything different like that. We will still sell water available, but we won't be using the communal water fountains, as again, that's going to heighten the potential for germ contamination. So the other thing we need to keep in mind is that our class time schedule is going to be similar to what we're doing right now with the Zoom classes. Now, there'll be more classes, so you're not going to be necessarily stuck on just those 3 days, but there will be specific class times leveled by belt. Now, that's just to make sure that we can maintain the space. We're only going to be able to have six stations here for everybody, possibly 8 if we're able to map the other room, although some of that is time sensitive to how quickly we can get the equipment here. So for the most part, it's going to be 6, so we need to make sure that we have the classes separated out by belt so that we have enough space for everybody, and also we have enough available time slots. Now, as we continue, once we officially start that way, when we see that the trends of attendance start to shift, we will be able to adjust those times. Right? Basically, we want to make sure that everybody can get here and get their equal amount of training time, but we got to make sure that we're maintaining safety. So that's why we're breaking it up that way. And for example, if we have a time slot on one day where nobody's showing up, and we have another one on another day where too many people are showing up, then that means we'll be able to adjust that time slot and move it around so that people get equal fair share of training. All right, guys, I hope that helped. I hope it clears up a lot of the things. Keep in mind, it's still very much a work in progress. It's one of the reasons why we're taking our time and opening. I want to make sure that we have our process down and refined to make sure that we can maximize safety, but I also want to give time for people to kind of understand what's happening and what becomes our new norm. So as we continue, again, obviously watch this video, understand it. If you have questions, feel free to contact me. We'll have a contact at the end of the video, and so you'll be able to do that either by email or by phone, and we'll be kind of refining our process. Basically, we're not going to open until we're 100% sure that we've got a good system that's going to be usable for us to maintain our safety. You know, I look forward to seeing everybody soon. I'm very excited. I know I miss you guys. I hope you guys missed us here at Ambition. But we want to make sure that safety first. We want to make sure that we are safe and nobody will get sick. So thanks. Have a great day.